Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on our channel, and today we are going to discuss regarding the Cognizant interview preparation. Many people were asking me regarding how to prepare and what to prepare for Cognizant interviews, and when they will get interview mails, how they will know if they will pass or not. So I'm going to discuss all about that, the cutoff of aptitude round and the interview preparation, what you to expect, and what are the questions they are asking, these things. So before moving on, if you are new to the channel, make sure to click on the subscribe button. Join our telegram group from the description links for any communication or any discussions, and also click on the bell icon after subscribing, because just like Cognizant recently hiring I have posted, also there are different many companies that are hiring currently, and we post this type of hiring updates, onboarding updates, exam updates every day. So if you don't want to miss any of that, make sure to click on the bell icon after subscribing. So let's check what are the things and what are the cutoffs we are going to discuss. So first of all, the cutoff I'm not going to mention here, because for Cognizant assessment the cutoff may vary different roles and different years. For now, Cognizant is hiring for a Cognizant graduate trainee and engineer trainee, these two roles. So basically, if you have scored 65% to 70% marks, then I will suggest you to start preparing for interviews, because if you score 65% to 70% marks, then you are going to get the interview mail. Okay, so all will not get the interview mail at the same time, because interview for everyone will not happen at the same date. It will happen in phase wise, batch wise manner. So just keep some patience and just start preparing for the interview as well, and in that meantime keep applying for other companies as well. So let's now see how to prepare for this Cognizant interview. First of all, the first question in every interview they will ask is going to be your introduction. Okay, and your introduction will set the flow of your interview. Okay, so interviewers do not like prepare some random questions. Okay, they prepare some few questions, but the other rest of the questions they pick up from your answers only. Okay, and also how to guide your interview to a certain direction, that's also a very good trick that will help you to learn. Okay, so how to guide the interviewer to ask questions from your strong points, that is also you have to learn. So first for that, first will be your introduction. In the introduction, first introduce yourself, your hobbies, and after that make yourself clear, and after that also you can add what are the strong or subjects you have learned in your career, like suppose SQL, data structure, oops, these things if you are strong in, because you have to be strong in these things, because anyway the interviewer is going to ask questions from this. And whatever subjects you are in strong with, like software development or anything might be, at least introduction. But do not say that I am strong in these subjects. Say it like that this is your favorite subjects. Okay, like you have liked these subjects, you have enjoyed learning these subjects, like that. Okay, and after that the interviewer will surely going to ask you some questions from one of these, like he will say like, so you have said that this is your favorite subject, so you like this subject, so tell me one answer from this. Okay, and also make sure to prepare these subjects very well, because you are saying these subjects is your good forte. You are saying that you like these subjects, and if you are not able to answer questions from your strong points, that will set a very bad example. So you have to prepare SQL, oops, DBMS, data structure, these things for your interview either way. So prepare very well, and give at least 2 or 3 of them in the introduction, so that they will ask you from that also. Okay, so that they will ask you majority of the questions from these only. Next, after the introduction, what they will see in your examination mainly for this particular role, that is Cognizant recently hiring for mainly for CIS role. Okay, so if your hiring is for CIS role, the main thing they are going to check is your communication. Okay, they check for every hiring, that might be Gen C, Gen C Elevate, Gen C Pro, they check the good communication skills. But for CIS roles, the main focus is on the communication. Okay, even though some of your answers are wrong, but if your communication skills are good, you are still going to get selected for CIS role interviews. So make sure to have a good communication skills, good body language, pronounce the words correctly. Okay, do not stammer, do not speak clearly, pronounce clearly, these things. The next thing you should focus on is going to be whatever the preferred subjects you have mentioned, make sure to prepare those preferred subjects. So first of all, just check what are the subjects you are strong in. Suppose you are strong in SQL and linear data structure or data structure, or you can say SQL and OOPS. Okay, because these two things, SQL and OOPS, they will ask eventually in any interview. Even though you are seeing some other subjects, they are still going to ask questions from SQL and OOPS. So I will suggest just learn these two subjects, because they are going to ask from these two either way. So go learn from these two subjects at least, and from beginning to end everything you have to learn from SQL to OOPS. Okay, so like all the basic concepts, they are not going to ask you to write code in OOPS, but for SQL they might ask you to write queries as well. So learn these two subjects preferably correctly. So learn these two subjects very well. So learn your preferred subjects and have a clear, so learn your preferred subjects and have a very clear concepts of the details in the preferred subjects you have mentioned. Okay, if you have to have a clear concept. Next, there will be SQL and OOPS. So from SQL, there are different functions like DDL, DML functions and other functions as well. There, make sure to learn their concepts, how to use them. Okay, what are the difference between these. Okay, when like suppose they might ask what is the difference between where and having, or they might ask what is the difference between delete and truncate and drop. Okay, so these things you have to have clear concepts. Also make sure to learn how to write a SQL query, at least for the basic parts. I have a dedicated SQL playlist. I'll give you the link in the description box. Go and check the SQL playlist. If you have already learned SQL earlier, you can watch it in 2x and it will be a good revision. Within like less than 1 hour you will get to revise all the basic things of SQL. And if you have not learned it, watch it in 1x. You will be learning all the basics of SQL within 2 hours. Okay, just give it a try. At least try for 2-3 videos, you will get to know. Okay, so go and check that. I will provide you the link in the description box. Next is OOPS. From OOPS there are different questions they might ask, but make sure to learn these basic things of OOPS. Okay, 4 pillars of OOPS. What are the 4 pillars of OOPS? There are 4 pillars. You can go search in Google or anywhere, you will get different links. You can go and go to the like Geeks for Geeks link or any other link as well. 4 pillars of OOPS. Learn the concepts, examples, types. Okay, and you have to learn abstract, function, friend function. These things also you have to learn. Okay, abstract function, friend function, these things you have to learn. Friend class and overloading, overriding, have to learn regarding OOPS. That is the basic things I have mentioned. Okay, that is the super class, subclass, this keyword, super keyword, constructor, destructor, then exception handling also you should learn. Exception handling. Okay, the next thing you should learn is the basic concepts of DBMS. That is the normalization, acid properties. Acid properties is one of the most important parts that they ask in the DBMS. Okay, normalization. Uh, they might ask regarding one to many, many to one, or many to many, these type of cardinalities and this type of things also. So make sure to learn these things. And next will be situation based question. They might give you some situation and ask you what you will do in this situation. So suppose they might ask you, suppose what will you prefer, of work from home or work from office, or they might ask you which one you will prefer, to work in your current city, or you want to relocate, which one will you prefer. So you have to answer it according to your convenience. And also they might give some situation like some you have some senior teammates in your you are the team lead, some senior teammates are not listening to you, or they are not doing the work you have given them. How will you handle the situation like that? They might give some questions. Okay, and you have to give the answers of, for these things you cannot prepare very much. You can still search and prepare 2-3 scenarios, but for the majority part, focus on your communication, introduction, and these two things, that is SQL and OOPS. Okay, the next things I will suggest to learn for every other roles interview in Cognizant, but for CIS role you can ignore these things as well that I have mentioned in the italics. Okay, for CIS role you can ignore this, but for other roles you have to make sure to learn these things. So even if you are giving the CIS role interview, I'll suggest after completing these all the things I have mentioned here, if you are completing these things properly, then you can go and learn these three things I have mentioned at the end as well. Okay, so they might ask you why Cognizant, why are you choosing Cognizant, these things. Okay, or and basic things they will surely ask you is that are you willing to relocate to separate city, are you willing to work in any shift the company needs you. For these type of questions you have to answer yes. Okay, even though you are not want to relocate, you have to give yes, otherwise they will not consider you, because they might think that you are not complying to the company policies and all. So give yes after onboarding. There might be some request to manager on everything you can do to get change your location and all. Next thing is whatever you are writing in your resume, make sure to learn every one of that. Okay, any projects you have mentioned, make sure to have clear concept about that. Any certificate or course you have mentioned in your resume, make sure to have learned all of that. These things they might ask. Okay, there is a rare chance of asking questions from resume in the CIS, but still I will suggest to prepare after the previous things I have mentioned. Next will be your projects. So whatever projects you have done, prepare clearly, have a clear concept whatever the things the project is doing, which function is used for which thing, why you are using that particular tech stacks you have mentioned in the project. Okay, what is the what is the main idea, or what is the main goal of your project. These things you have to prepare well. So I hope this video will help you. Even after this, if you have any doubt, you can make sure to comment down. And if you have any information regarding, if you have already done your interview in Cognizant, make sure to comment down what are the questions they asked you, so that it will help other students as well.